Her body reveals her past. That's the promise of today's video, and I want to start with a truth most men never hear. What you see on the outside often reflects what's been shaped on the inside. Every mark, every behavior, every subtle detail can whisper stories of choices, experiences, and relationships. Now, I'm not here to make you suspicious of women or to turn attraction into a game of detective work. I'm here to empower you, because once you understand the signs, once you recognize what someone's past reveals, you stop being a blind participant in relationships and instead become a confident man who chooses wisely. And when you choose wisely, you build not only attraction but a life of clarity, stability, and strength. But before we get into those 7 signs, I want you to remember something even more powerful. This isn't about her, this is about you. Her body may reveal her past, yes, but your mindset reveals your future. Too many men obsess over the wrong details, chasing approval, ignoring their gut, and pretending red flags are invisible. Real stoicism isn't about cold detachment, it's about clear vision. It's about seeing things as they are, and making choices with calm, grounded confidence. That's what today is about. Learning to read what's in front of you while building the kind of inner strength that no one can shake. Subscribe our channel Next Gem Emotive if you're serious about leveling up your life. Because what we share here isn't just entertainment, it's fuel for transformation. And every single video is designed to sharpen your vision, your confidence, and your purpose. Now let's dive deeper. Imagine you're meeting someone new. The first thing you notice isn't just the way she looks. It's how she carries herself. A woman's posture, her comfort in her own skin, the way she makes eye contact. These are signals of how much she's been shaped by past experiences. Confidence often comes from stability, but excessive bravado, that can come from years of validation seeking. Do you see the difference? One is rooted, the other is restless. When you learn to pay attention, the little things speak volumes. And here's a surprising truth. Men often ignore their instincts because they're blinded by desire. Have you ever met someone and felt something was off, but you brushed it aside? That was your intuition speaking, and every time you betray it, you betray yourself. Stoicism teaches us that clarity is power. Instead of rushing, pause, observe. Let her actions, not just her words, tell you who she is. Here's the pattern break. Attraction without awareness is dangerous. Yes, dangerous, because the wrong choice in partner doesn't just waste your time, it can derail your peace, your finances, and even your future. So stop thinking of relationships as just romance. They are partnerships that impact your destiny. Another sign that reveals her past is in her relationship with attention. Some women carry themselves in a way that constantly demands validation, whether through revealing outfits, dramatic storytelling, or an obsession with social media likes. Does this mean she's bad? Not necessarily, but it does mean she has trained herself to seek constant external approval. And what does that tell you? That likely, in her past, attention has been her currency. She's used it to attract, to secure, to feel worthy. You, as a man striving for strength, must decide, do you want to be another source of fleeting attention, or do you want a partner who brings stability? Now let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how peace feels rare today? It's because too many men live in reaction, not in strategy. They date without standards. They tolerate red flags because they're scared of being alone. But listen carefully, loneliness is not the enemy. Settling is. When you settle, you sacrifice your future for temporary comfort. And a man who sacrifices his future loses his power. Bold statement incoming. Not every beautiful woman is worth your time. Let that sink in. Beauty can inspire desire, but desire without discernment leads to regret. The truly wise man understands that attraction is only the spark. It's character, history, and mindset that fuel the fire long term. Let's keep going. Another sign is found in how she talks about past relationships. Some women cannot resist bringing up exes, either with bitterness, constant comparison, or subtle hints. This isn't just casual conversation. It's her way of revealing how much she still carries those experiences with her. If she cannot let go of the past, then the past will always be in your relationship, haunting every disagreement, every moment of doubt. Remember this, The way someone speaks about their past tells you how much it still controls their present. But here's the deeper layer. While you're analyzing her signs, you must also analyze yourself. Are you the type of man who leads with insecurity, always questioning, always doubting, always needing control? If so, you will misinterpret everything you see. Self-growth is not optional, it's the foundation. A man without self-control will always attract chaos. A man with vision and discipline, he attracts peace, respect, and loyalty. Now let me flip the script with another pattern break. Stop trying to figure out if she is good enough for you. Start asking if you are disciplined enough for the life you say you want. Because here's the paradox. Once you raise your standards, the wrong women disqualify themselves naturally. They won't even be comfortable staying in your presence. Think about it. A stoic man doesn't chase, he attracts. He doesn't beg, he sets standard. And women who are aligned with his values, they feel safe with him, inspired by him, and loyal to him. So what do these 7 signs ultimately mean? They're not about keeping score of her past. They're about clarity. They're about having the wisdom to see what is in front of you without delusion. Because every man who falls for fantasy eventually wakes up to reality. And often it's too late. But the man who sees clearly from the beginning, he saves himself years of pain, wasted energy, and broken trust. Here's the ultimate truth I want you to take away. You can't control her past, but you can control your choices. You can't erase her history, but you can decide if her history aligns with the future you want. And you can't demand perfection, but you can demand alignment with your value. That's where your power lies, not in control, but in choice. So to every man listening right now, raise your vision. Stop fearing the truth. Stop settling for less. Become the kind of man who doesn't just react to life, but who chooses deliberately, confidently, and unapologetic. That is Stoicism in action. That is masculinity with purpose. And remember, every woman reveals something through her body, her words, her actions, but the most important revelation is not about her, it's about you. Who will you choose to be? The man who ignores the signs or the man who walks with wisdom? The choice is yours.